Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw. Welcome to A Current Affair. Tonight, a family divided. The daughter accused of taking control of her elderly parents' home and forcing them to live in a tiny garage. Now they're facing a long and expensive legal battle.
I don't give a about my dad.
My
dad has turned on me and he's a asshole. That's all I've got to say.
He's living in the garage space of his own home.
You're a prisoner in your own house. I don't even want to go outside, you know.
Her ultimate, goal is to have complete and utter control over them.
It's not their money.
It's a feud that's tearing a family apart. A daughter accused of being driven by greed, trying to lay claim to almost everything her sick, elderly parents own.
I've got a rich sister who's taken us to court. Ask her for it. But get out my way. Get out my way.
We just want what belongs to us, that we've worked for.
Rex says he's cherished every day spent with his wife Leslie for the past 60 years. 8 years ago, Leslie had a stroke, which left her wheelchair-bound and unable to communicate. 80-year-old Rex says he now needs to put her into care.
I'm stressed anyway with looking after Leslie, and I wouldn't want her. I've looked after her this long because I didn't want to put her in a nursing home, and I still don't, but it's getting to me. I can't do it much longer, you know.
After Leslie fell ill, the couple bought a property with one of their 4 daughters, Joanne Murray. Rex says Joanne promised to look after them if they lived together, but says it's a promise that didn't last very long. He says he was in charge of paying all of the bills and maintaining work around the home.
In the end, I don't know who was looking after who. I mean, I was doing most of the cooking. Joanne used to come home to at least 3 or 4 hot meals every night after work.
Rex now needs to sell in order to pay for the care his wife desperately needs. But Joanne is refusing to agree, and now her sisters claim their mum and dad signed over 70% of the property against their will, so she could have complete control.
She's manipulated the situation to have everything they've got except for 30%. And 30% of a home isn't going to give mum and dad their care, enough money for their care, and she won't sell it anyway to even give them that.
The elderly couple are now staring down the barrel of a lengthy property dispute in the Supreme Court, along with their other daughters.
And that's all I'm after is my property back. Something that belonged to it we worked our lifetime for, and that's all we're asking. If Joanne can't see that, well, I don't know how she thinks, you know. I don't know what makes her think everything's hers.
Rex and Leslie say they have no choice but to live inside the home with Joanne, even while the matter goes through court. They live in the front converted car space of the house, while she's inside with her own daughter.
This is their tiny, tiny, tiny room.
This is the converted carport where the elderly couple lives. A curtain and a shelf separates their bedroom from a kitchenette. Rex says it's getting too hard to look after his sick wife in the small space, and she needs better care.
He's so frail and he doesn't know anything other than to look after mum.
And he trusts her.
And he trusts her, and they're vulnerable, and she just took advantage of that.
President of the Family Law Association of Western Australia, Teresa Farmer.
It's not uncommon, sadly, and it's something that's starting to increase in the number of actions in civil litigation, such as in the Supreme Court.
Teresa says these cases also leave a lasting emotional burden.
It's very difficult because the long-term effects of litigation like that on the family will be very difficult for the family going forward.
Do you think it's fair that your elderly parents are living in a garage space of their own home, Joanne? Do you think they're comfortable there? Your sisters say you forced them out of their own property, Joanne.
Oh, they are unbelievable.
Is there anything you want to say, Joanne, at all?
We're ourselves.
But this was their money, Joanne.
It's not their money.
Was it their property?
No.
They say it was put under their name,
No.
but you forced them to sign it over?
No.
As bad as it sounds, I think that was her goal, that if they died, nobody would know about what she's been up to. there was then be nothing we could do about it. We don't care about her. We don't care about what she does or what she wants or where she goes. We just want Mum and Dad to be looked after. That's the bottom line.
She's still my daughter, and I wouldn't want any of them to be put through any pain like this. But at this point in time, the ball's in Joanne's court, really, isn't it?
And Rex and Leslie say they are trying to move in with one of their other daughters until the dispute is settled.